Remember Another Code Recollection, the puzzle game remakes from the DS and Wii that came out on the Switch last year? You know, the ones made by Arc System Works? It was one of my favorite games of the year. Yeah, that one. There are 3 things I really remember about it at the time of me writing this particular script. 1, the puzzles were creative, fun, and really got the brain going. 2, that infuriatingly catchy song.
Ole Juliet, doo-doo-doo.
Alright, we get the point. And 3, the art for the game looked amazing. The models and the art direction for the style were great, with a distinct style for their 2D images that have, in fact, been in other games like Hotel Dusk. Wouldn't that be cool on the Nintendo Switch too? So while I pine for a game that hasn't been created yet in any way, shape, or form, what will I do in order to pass the time? Why did I even bring up these Arc games? Because Arc System Games actually dropped a new title with some of the best art I've ever seen. A short but complete experience of Dear Me, I Was. Dear Me, I Was is a short game about an artist, her life, and all the challenges that come with it. It's a digital exclusive, and perhaps the cheapest Switch 2 exclusive, only being $8. Even cheaper than Welcome Tour. But that makes sense, as this game only takes about an hour or so to finish. I found out about it because of a trailer I saw a few months back, with a release date for the summer. I expected it to be in a Nintendo Direct or something to get an official release, but no, it just quietly released at the end of July, with no fanfare whatsoever. In fact, a majority of the people that I talked to, even people I know that are huge fans of the Arc games, had no idea this even came out. So I figured I might as well make a video about this new title. Is Dear Me, I Was a work of art, or should it have gone back to the drawing board? Let's find out. The game starts with, well, it's weird to actually call this a game if you think about it. It's more of an interactive story. We experience the life of our protagonist, an unnamed woman who grows up to be an artist, and all the challenges that come with it. We learn about her early life with her parents, how she met one of her closest friends, how she's grown over time and made big decisions, and how those decisions ultimately shaped her life. The story is told entirely through visuals. No dialogue, barely any written text. It's all drawings with music overlaid. The only element of gameplay we get are small moments of interactivity, usually the player clicking on food at the beginning of the protagonist's meal in each chapter, or moving the pencil around as you simulate sketching. But other than that, it is visual storytelling at its finest. There are a few moments where it can be a little confusing with how things are interpreted. Usually that can be fixed with a rewatch, or a replay in this case, but there were a few times where I lost the plot a bit because of the lack of dialogue. But I assure you, 90% of the time, it captured the mood, tone, and subject matter perfectly. I can't go too deep into spoilers because I want you to experience this for yourself, but these moments can range from heartwarming and adorable to bittersweet or even sad. You see the people she's met, the places she's seen, the people she's lost. This is an emotional roller coaster done with masterful visual storytelling, and I am here for it. The fact that this experience can convey all this with images alone is worth applauding. The art is the main star of Dear Me, I Was, and in my opinion, makes it worth the $8 alone. This is genuinely some of the most beautiful art I've ever seen in a game, and it not only looks great, but the natural way it animates really immerses me in the story. I can't tell if it was actually sketched or if it was live action footage that they just redrew. But whatever the case, it works for telling the tale and giving Dear Me, I Was a unique vibe. The way some of this art works and how it uses to forward the story is amazing. Like how the color palette is used to frame lighter, happier moments, and how the mood shifts to a more somber tone when those vibrant highlights are absent. There's one point where she's in school and everything is blue and colorless, almost like it's part of a dull routine. And when she meets her lifelong friend, that color returns, and it's just great with symbolism all around. I really adore it. The music is really good too. It's all orchestral songs that add underlying emotion to each scene really well, and while the visuals might be enough, I don't think the moments would land quite as well without their added flavor. And with no dialogue, the music acts as a guide on how the makers of the game want the scene to go. And it really can make the happier moments happier, and the sad moments hit the feels even harder. And again, the combination is something spectacular.
Now, I will say, this game is not for everyone. It's not a traditional game in a sense, and it's not even like Another Code Recollection.
It's one of those experiences where the story comes first, and the gameplay is kind of just there to remind the player they're there too. It reminds me a lot of a game called Florence, that funny enough also involves an artist and her life and relationships and how she decides she wants to be an artist. They both have similar characters, both go through similar struggles, both have great art and music, and both have minor moments of interaction. While Florence focuses more on her romantic relationships and how she deals with them, Dear Me I Was focuses on universal life experiences, like family, friends, relationships, even pets. I could totally see Dear Me I Was being inspired by Florence, even if it's just a little bit. By the way, you should check out Florence. It's pretty cheap, even on other platforms too. Dear Me I Was is one of those games that while you may not have fun in the traditional sense, it does a lot to move the narrative forward in a unique way.
I feel like I've been rambling a lot about this game, and while I want to go into more detail, any more and I would probably go into spoiler territory. But trust me when I say, if you're looking for an artistic experience, Dear Me I Was is worth every penny.
It's not a traditional game, but to me, it's a game that I call art. And not just because the majority of the games are drawings and paintings and moving images. It takes the beautiful composition and music and uses it to tell a story of a woman's journey and how she's learned to become the artist she is. It's a powerful message, not just to a content creator like myself, but to anyone who's looking to make any type of art. Paintings, drawings, books, music, any artistic medium Dear Me I Was can speak to. And I love artsy games like this. While I can't draw, paint, or have any visual artistic talent whatsoever, I adore seeing art of all kinds, made by real people with obvious passion for their work. It's why I always love seeing fan art of my channel. It's why I always love commissioning artists for my thumbnails. And it's why I appreciate Dear Me I Was so much. The story of how not only someone learns to become an artist, but how that person used art to tell their story of who they became. It may not be the Switch 2 exclusive you're looking for, like Mario Kart World or Donkey Kong Bonanza, but if you want a short something that's a bit different, something gorgeous, inspiring, and will make you feel the feels, is memorable and monumental, this is that game. Dear Me I Was is a game that will truly draw you in.
This game inspired me to make art. Look at this cool bee I drew. I should stick with YouTube, huh?
Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment, and check out my other videos too. Special thanks to everyone who helped me out with the video. I couldn't have done it without all of you. Also, an extra special thanks to my Patreon patrons, including Mantelferox, Blu-ray Joe 3, and Savacom. If you'd like to join the Patreon, the link is in the description below, along with my Blue Sky, Twitch, and Instagram. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good night.